you've talked quite a bit. What I want to now switch into is a section we're calling myths and facts. And, thanks to Google right now, right? Everyone considers himself like an online doctor or reads certain things in there. So I just wanted you to maybe, confirm or dispel some of the myths that people, or most common ones that they have. So to start off with this one, considering that Nadir and I both work in digital marketing and advertising, I think we've heard this over the years. Some creative people work better at night.
Yeah, so there is a concept of larks, morning larks and night owls. I mean, not a concept, it's a well-known fact. So which genetically we are programmed to be either this or that. So we do have a preference. So that is possible that people are some of the morning type, like they will get up at 5 a.m. There is this concept of this 5 a.m. club by Robin Sharma, but you get up and you are productive, you think. And then there are some people who are, yes, generally more productive at night. But having said that, we have extended that night routine via self habits. So they're not bulk of the people, majority are going to be in the middle frame. There are very few, less than 5 or 7% who are really those severe night owl types. We have added, or most of the people have become a night owl just by habits. That's one part. Second is that unfortunately, we still live in a world where the working hours are working hours and we have other things to do. So it's better to try and stick to the day. I mean, though now agreed systems have changed with this online. Earlier on, it was all physical work that was creating a more difficult scenario. But in short, morning larks and night owls exist, but we need to confirm and keep trying to sticking to the routine to help the process that we talk about sleep at night to rebuild us.
I really like this. I'm learning so many things. Morning larks and night owl. Night owls obviously we heard, but never heard of morning larks. So it's a good one. I'm going to throw this at people now.
Yeah. So, but you can see which type you are. It's like, something like your analysis you can do. Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Right.
So same thing, there are questionnaires now available again on Google. You can find out that are you a morning lark or a night owl. And yes, maybe that's the time that you are more creative and productive. But what else one can do to conform to the society?
So I'll take the next one. So Dr. Bhatia, myth or fact: when the baby sleeps, parents should sleep.
Yeah, so I don't know whether there's any research on this, but I think just practically what I can say that at night, now you have done everything, winding down routine, you have helped the baby to go to sleep and he's asleep at whatever, 7:38. So should you sleep at 7:38? No, maybe not, but you do know that his timing of sleep is okay, 10 hours of continuous sleep and he's going to wake up at that particular time. So it's better you also start winding up and maybe by 10 or 11, go into sleep. That's one. That's why the night sleep, I really think that one should try and make it, because when the baby then wakes up at 6 a.m. and you have slept at 2 a.m., it's going to be not a good feeling and you will be angry and irritable and not the best for your child. Daytime naps, no, I don't think so. That every time the daytime naps, the baby naps, you should also nap. But the night, I think one has to be a little bit careful about, it's not that, okay, now he slept and now I can watch a movie, 2 movies together.
Yeah, that's so true. I think a lot of parents look for that.
Because you feel, I've got some time,
Yeah.
And the worst scenario is if you're putting your child to bed at about 10 p.m. Then it's really a disaster.
True. So coming to our next one, this is the concept that a lot of people have been talking, especially in the creative field recently, which is of power naps. So power naps give you an instant surge of energy. What is your take on power naps?
So that's quite a lot of truth in that power nap concept. So but a power nap is exactly meant to be a power nap, means a short nap. So nap by itself is short. So we have a lot of research and literature in the last few years. In fact, there was this thing that Indians take naps, and there's some countries in the Europe, etc., Spain, Italy, who on the southern part, they all have this nap tendency. So the nap should be short, that 10 to 15 minutes, and preferably before 3 p.m. So there are rules and reasons for that. One is that the later the nap, it will interfere with your night sleep. And second is that if you go into a deep sleep and come out, you are very groggy. Whereas if you go into stage 2 sleep and come out, you are very fresh. So short naps earlier in the day are good, but not towards the latter part.
Interesting. That's so clearly there are a set of rules also when it comes to sleeping.
Yes.
And the last one is it's steeped in our Indian culture, which is beta raat ko doodh pee ke sona achchi neend aayegi. What do you think, myth or fact?
Yeah, so there's a lot of science behind what we eat, when we eat, etc., and relationship to sleep. So there are some natural chemicals which are present in food substances, and they help internal sleep-inducing hormones to be, let's say, secreted a little bit more. So sleep is good. So milk is one of them, that it will help in, like bananas, milk. They're all like sleep-inducing, walnuts, almonds, etc. But of course, it's like, you have to be careful. If somebody has a milk allergy and you tell them to have milk, it's not a good idea. And of course, I've also seen that people need to take it a little early. You take it very late, a liquid, then it'll wake you up at night. So for everything, there's a little tweaking, but on the whole, yes, it helps some people too, definitely. It helps me actually.
Good to know. We're going to try that out.